Okay, Southwest Florida, welcome to Lee Pitts Live. We're so thrilled to come to you here in the heart of the Dunbar community. For those who are looking at us around the country, Dunbar community is located in the city of Fort Myers in the southwest quadrant of the state of Florida. And it's the largest minority community in the area. And we're here in a park that we're going to be talking in more details about in this lot of acres of land. It's not really a park. There's a great development that's going to be taking place here in the future, and we'll talk about that shortly. But right now, I have a leader in our community. He's the head of the Dunbar Festival Committee, a young guy, only about 27 years old, right around my age when I first moved to Fort Myers. And I've been watching him grow in popularity as well as in contribution to the community, not just being popular like Kim Kardashian, but he actually does stuff. And my nickname for him, of course, is the mayor. And I say that in tongue-in-cheek, but I do believe there's a strong possibility that he'll be the mayor of Fort Myers one day. You keep on building that resume up, Martin. How about that?
We'll see.
We'll see. Martin, let's get to know you first before we talk about the upcoming Martin Luther King weekend, which has evolved to something that probably the biggest weekend in our community. Bigger than the Easter weekend in terms of all the activities that take place. And it's great that we're able to do that for Dr. Martin Luther King. First of all, how did you first become so engulfed in the celebration of Dr. King weekend?
So I've just kind of always had a desire to serve, whether I was in church younger, and then as I got into high school, got in some teen groups, and once I stayed local, I just made the decision to try to do some stuff in the community, and Dunbar Festival was one of the first organizations that I joined, and then it was just easy to just get involved, and wherever there was a need to just kind of help in that area,
right.
Whether it's secretary, help volunteer for the event, and just Dr. King's message draws in anyone, no matter your background.
We're so blessed to have a person from your generation to carry the torch forward, because that's one of the things that happens a lot of time with institutions. Mm-hmm. Everybody moves on, gets old, and everything else. Mm-hmm. You don't have the new young generation coming up. But when I see you moving around, I see that's a lot of new younger people who are supporting you in your committee efforts. Call a couple of names if you don't mind. Definitely,
I think we have a great organization. Last year we had two awesome chairs. Tisha Farrell, Toya Felston was our chairs. I have a great executive board. Edward Harding is my VP. Vonda Curry is my secretary. Kim Thomas, and Anthony Anderson fills out our board, as well as some people that's coming along now. Like as you'll meet over through MLK to Easter, I'm always trying to grow the committee and then eventually replace myself. So I've been around a couple years now. People might be tired of seeing my face, so eventually somebody can
come on, you try to act like a head coach for an NFL team where your voice gets stale. Dude, just go ahead and admit you want to replace yourself so you can go ahead and make that bid for the mayor or the commission or for a congressman, state senator, U.S. senator, something, bro.
There's a lot of efforts that can be done in this community, in the general Fort Myers area. I think MLK opens that up, and his message to see there's definitely some gaps in our community that needs quality leadership, vision, and service.
Mm-hmm. And right here where we're sitting right here in about a year from now, you're going to see this development right here continues to improve the community. We got a great leader in Roy Kennings who leading a development group that'll be turning this into some homes, some condos, I think apartments. Which one did I get right, Roy? Is it apartments? Villas. Okay, and about how many units?
140.
Okay, we'll get more details on that when we talk to Roy Kennings in our Icon segment. What does that do in terms of continuing to go into the mission of what Dr. King always talked about, is improving your own community and appreciating what you got?
I think a quote that Dr. King said that was strong and doesn't get quoted a lot, that he said, America's giving us a check and it came back insufficient funds. I think just the Dr. King. If you see a Dr. King, most people have a road, but most people have a negative connotation with that street name. And for people like Mr. Kenix and other people in our community who are revisioning what our community should look like, for our people, that we should be able to live in a quality community, even despite our income, mixed use housing, mixed income, that I can live next to somebody making school district salary next to a doctor in that same neighborhood, and it will be a quality living. Everyone should be able to have that accessible to them.
Now, you're on the Mayor's Diversity and Inclusion Committee. From what I've seen, you're probably the youngest one on there. That's not unusual. You're ahead of your time. How does the Diversity and Inclusion Committee play a role in the upcoming Dr. King weekend celebration?
I think the Diversity Inclusion Committee is important, and their involvement is important. What we've seen is that there is a lot of diversity in our community, not necessarily a lot of inclusion. So there's not necessarily, they have this event over here, different religious event, different sexual orientation, different racial, but there's no real cross-sectoring of that. And MLK is the beginning of the year, and it's a perfect opportunity for those around that table that represent those different groups to bring their groups together and say, you know what, we're in the middle of downtown Fort Myers for most of our events. Let's come down. Let's come to the gala. Let's come to the Park Day celebration. Let's go volunteer during that weekend and show that there is more that are with us, that agree with us, and that keeps us apart.
Diversity and Inclusion, of course, that's a new committee under the Mayor of Fort Myers, Randy Henderson. Let's move into King Weekend Celebration 2020, and you got a nice little lineup of things going on. But before then, I want people to know it's still time for them to get in touch with you and the committee, to be vendors, to be sponsors. Go ahead and take it from there.
Definitely. We've released the information. You go to our Facebook page, Dunbar Festival Committee, or our website that is coming up live soon, dunbarfestival.org, where you can become a sponsor. You want your name on this event. It's a high-class event. It's, to me, I've been to Tampa. I've seen what they do there. We're up there with a city the size of Tampa with the events that we do, from a gospel concert starting it off to a arrangement with the Alliance for the Arts of a production. We have quality events. We do it at a high level. We have a diverse crowd on MLK Day, and we have great crowds. So if you have a business, if you have an organization, if you're a government official, it's election year, you want to have your name on our events.
Yeah, that's always a highlight for me, just to see my logo associated with it, making sure that my logo makes it onto stuff because of different things that happen. Let's roll down the event. I'll start. I know Friday, which would be the 17th of January, we're gonna have leading up to that Monday. We're gonna have the Lee Pitts Live Dr. King reception at Lee Pitts Live after work. We're encouraging people to come that Friday evening dressed in black. It's not mandatory, but wear some primary colors can be black. You have all kind of accessory colors you want to have on. This is a special tribute to Dr. King. We have some food there. It's only $5 to get in, and we'll have a nice tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King. That's the Friday, January the 17th. That kicks us off starting the weekend. Or do we have anything before that Friday?
We have what we're calling our pre-weekend.
Okay.
So the 17th and Lee Pitts After Work event definitely is the kickoff for the weekend. But on January 11th, we're going to do something a little different. Currently hosted at St. Mary's Church, we're hosting a gospel concert.
Oh.
What we're calling that is A Night with Leandria. So that's gospel award-winning singer Leandra Johnson is coming down to Fort Myers along with some local choirs and Florida artists to host a gospel concert before MLK weekend.
People can go to your Facebook page to get ticket information.
Facebook, yes, we have it on Eventbrite, Facebook, and on our website as well.
Okay, then just take us all the way through to the culmination in the park on that Monday of King's celebration.
All right, after you've partied and danced on the night of the 17th, You got to wake yourself up in the morning, and we're gonna have we're working with an organization now to get the details, and those will be up soon.
So Saturday morning.
Saturday morning to do a volunteer organization. It is a weekend of service, and we want to make sure we don't forget that. So we're coordinate that and look for those details. That evening, after you've gotten some rest, we're hosting our MLK Legacy Honors Gala once again, sitting next to a Hall of Famer. So we're going to put some new Hall of Famers into the Dunbar MLK Hall of Fame. We're going to honor some local people that are doing great work, and we're just going to have a fun night.
Are you able to break some of those names down so people know who's going to be honored?
Oh, definitely. I'll get the presidential nominees. I have the honor of, along with the committee, of choosing those. There's some people that are younger and are actively doing the work, totally worthy. Jared Eady of the Lee County School District Diversity and Inclusion Director, and Keisha Allen, the CEO of the Quality Life Center, will be our presidential honorees.
Miss Keisha.
So definitely their work is out there. Hall of Fame inductees this year, Pastor Suarez of the Nations Association.
Reverend Suarez, congrats.
The Honorable Joseph North.
The famed attorney of the North Law Firm. Congrats, Joe.
And also the Honorable Judge Archie Hayward is going in this year.
Oh, the judge is here. The judge is here. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Shout out, Archie.
Definitely. So we
from one Hall of Famer to the rest of you Hall of Famers, welcome into the Dunbar Dr. Martin Luther King Hall of Fame. Go ahead.
So we definitely think we have a strong class this year of individuals that people can't argue. Like, their work is out there. Their service is out there. Of the quality of people they have.
And once you get inducted into the Hall of Fame, your life will never be the same. It's just everything will be free for you, no matter where you go in the city. People just giving you free stuff. Everywhere I got inducted last year, everywhere I go, people are saying, "Hey, you Lee Pitts, just giving me free gas, free groceries. I get to the movie theaters for free, man. It's a huge honor."
Definitely.
Hotel stays. Go ahead.
So that'll be a great night, and you can get your tickets from the same locations, Eventbrite, as well as check our Facebook.
Where last year you had it at the Sydney and Barn Davis. Where's it going to be this year?
So right now we're going to do it at Riverside.
All right, Riverside Community Center.
So we're going to open up some eyes with how we're going to redo that building. So we really expect to really take over that location and give people a great night, and entertaining. So many galas are stale, and we've made that declaration that it won't be boring this year.
Good. I've been to enough of those.
Yes, we all have. So of course that night you've enjoyed yourselves, and you probably a little too much, so you may miss that morning service. So every year we do our ecumenical service, and what that is about is bringing together the cross section of churches in our community in Fort Myers in Lee County to have one service, and to love on the God of justice.
Which church?
New Life Worship Center this year.
Okay.
Bishop Eric Johnson will be our speaker for this year. We look forward to him. He's always a supporter.
Great choice.
He's a great supporter. He's passionate about the issue. He loves Dr. King. And we look forward to his church hosting it and him speaking as well.
First Lady Denise Johnson, who recently received the Lee Pitts Live Person of the Year Award.
She is worthy. She's awesome.
2019.
Lady. She's great.
Okay, so then Sunday, then now we're rolling over to Monday. That's getting to anything Sunday night.
No, nothing Sunday night. Nothing Sunday night. You got to go home. You got to get rested. Sunday's a long day. So, of course, Sunday's a three-parter. The Brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha, Ecumenical Chapter, hosting their breakfast. Meanwhile, we'll be getting ready.
That's Monday.
That's Monday morning.
Right, okay.
That's Monday morning. They'll be hosting their breakfast, as they always do.
Sydney and Barn Davis?
Sydney and Byrd.
Okay.
After that, they'll proceed to in front of the Dunbar Library, Dunbar Community School, where we will do the annual commemorative march. The theme this year...
Not a parade, a march.
It's a march. The theme is actually a silent march.
Okay.
What we want people this year to do is say... So many people complain about their voice not being heard. So what we're saying is find a way to express yourself. Whether that's through your clothing, whether that's through signage. We'll have a tent for people to create their own signs without speaking. So it's going to be a silent voice, but we're going to have many props or things that you can use, and you can bring stuff to get your message across.
Okay, and then we get to the park. This ceremony takes place.
Definitely. The culmination at the park, we all gather around. You'll hear more great music, see the community groups and organizations speak and perform. I love MLK Day because one, it does two things. It's culturally empowered and it's economically empowerment. What I've learned at that event, and I've tried to help the community understand, is that's a truly economic empowerment event. Organizations come out there to raise money for their churches, for their groups. They come
Great
out there.
opportunity for vendors, people.
They come out there to market their businesses. They come out there and make great sales. People sell out every year. So like you just said, if you want to market your business, if you want to get the word out about your group, we have plenty of opportunities, and people are always amazed. Once they get involved, they're like, I didn't expect this many people.
And one of the things I found when I go out there, I get a chance to get some literature on basic learning skills. They do great tutorial work in the community. So all these types of grassroots programs are right out there in the park. Bands are performing, children are performing, speakers are there. That starts about what time people need to get to the park.
Yeah, the march will arrive about 11, so I will probably get there around 10:30. The vendors will be set up, and if you choose not to march, you can welcome the marchers in and get the event going.
I keep saying the park, but we're talking about Centennial Park, downtown Fort Myers, on the river, Caloosahatchee River.
Definitely.
Great setting, huh?
And we got one more event.
Go ahead.
We got one more event. Like you said, we've tried to do more and get the message across. We're partnering this year with the Alliance for the Arts. They're putting on the production on the Mountaintop. It's about the last night Dr. King was alive in the Memphis hotel room. We've got a description of it from Ms. Black. She and Sonia have been great partners with us, and they're going to host Dunbar Festival Night on January 26th, and they're going to put on that production Mountaintop to conclude the Dr. King celebration.
Okay, so on, I think that's the 21st of Dr. King, or 20th?
The 20th.
Okay,
The
so
20th.
then that would be
The next Sunday.
That
The
Sunday.
preceding Sunday.
You know the time and everything. Plug
It's
in
7 o'clock.
at
7
the
o'clock.
Alliance of the Arts.
Alliance for the Arts.
Tickets, anything like that?
Tickets will be on sale at the location.
Right, because I know the Alliance of the Arts is not that big, so you need to get there early.
Yeah.
It's big enough, but you know.
Fill the house up.
Fill the house up. So that sounds like a nice tight weekend, and before and after the weekend. So we'll continue to carry on Dr. King's legacy.
Definitely, all the way into Black History Month.
Final point before you go. When Dr. King see the celebration that we put on here, if he could see this celebration, what would he think about it? What you hope he would think about it?
I hope he would think that it's not just a celebration, but we're taking the opportunity to try to make an impact. We can try to make nice events and do cute stuff, but the end goal for me, especially this year, is to make sure we impact people's minds, their hearts, and their lives.
Well, you've heard it all right here from the president of the Dunbar Festival Committee. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts. We'll be a media sponsor this year as well. Martin Byrd has come out, and you're getting the first taste of that spectacular week before, the week of, weekend after. A whole lot of things are taking place. Stay locked into their website, lock into their Facebook page, lock into Lee Pitts Live. We'll be posting information as well, and certainly tune into our local community press. Under the leadership of Mr. Middlebrooks, and that whole great crew over there, Pablo, Jackie, and Veronica, shouting all of you out. It's a big family there, and of course, Lee Pitts Live. We'll be right back.